So last day basically we have discussed about how we can find this first and follow of a particular grammar, and this is actually required for designing this LL1 parser. We have already seen that LL1 parser have mainly three components, right? One is obviously the input string, another is the parsing algorithm that is required, and this parsing algorithm requires some memory and in form of stack, and this LL1 parsing algorithm actually take help of a table, that is what we call LL1 parsing table. Now to design this LL1 parsing table we require this concept of first and follow. So I'm not going in detail of this how can you can find out first and follow of a particular variable from a grammar. I hope you can easily recall, or you can easily go back to my previous videos and you can check that. But today, as we have already as I assume that you have already idea about finding first and follow, today we will directly start from designing LL1 parsing table. Okay, so let's take an example. So the topic we will start is design of LL1 parsing table design. To understand how to do this, we will take an example. Okay, take an example of say we have a grammar like say E2 T dash, then E dash 2 plus TE dash, and or you can say epsilon or lambda, and then T2 T can be rewritten as F followed by T dash, and T dash can be rewritten as star followed by F followed by T dash. So it's a little bit long grammar because we are learning how to design this, that's why we are doing this. And F2 say ID or some expression within closing bracket, open and closing bracket. So this grammar is basically generating some you can say um, expression including this opening and closing braces. So now if I the first thing before designing the parsing table, the first thing that we have to do, you have to find out first and follow of each and every variables that will be required. So where it will be required, when we will design the table, you will understand. So that means the first thing that we will do now is we will find the first and follow. So let's draw a table form where we will put first and follow of the, this is my say first, and this is follow. Okay, now if I write if I see the first of E, what is first of E? First of E means actually first of T, because E brings T as a first character, but it is not a, no, it is not a terminal, so I have to explore this T more. And so what is first of T? Let's come here. First of T means first of F. first of f is also a symbol, I mean a non-terminal. So let us explore this f again. You see, if I explore this f, I will see the first of f is either id or it can be opening brace, right? That means the first of e can be id or opening brace, right? Similarly, first of e dash means first of e dash can be plus, right? First of e dash can be plus and it can be lambda also. We have already seen in previous class that first function can contain lambda or epsilon, whatever you can say. So plus and lambda. Then what is first of a, first of t? First of t is, means first of f. First of f means again id and opening brace. That means id and opening brace. Similarly, what is first of t dash? First of t dash is either star or lambda. So finding first is very easy, I think, right? And first of f is again that id and opening brace. Always remember this first contain only the terminal symbols. No non-terminal should be present. Even in follow also. You see, now if I consider what is follow of E means if we have some string during the process of derivation from the start symbol to the string, what are the terminal that can follow this capital E, right? Now see, since E is a start symbol, definitely at the end, I mean if I have some W here, some W, and the end we know that there will be a dollar. And this whole E, I mean whole string is basically generated from this E. That means E must be followed by a dollar. So for any start symbol, for any case, start symbol has to be followed by a dollar. But other than dollar, I have many more things that depends upon whether the start symbol present in RHS or RHS of any other production rule or not. For example, over here, you see in the last production rule, capital E is followed by a closing brace. That means wherever closing brace will occur, that basically following this capital E. That means the follow of capital E is closing brace and dollar. Similarly, follow of capital E dash will be what? Will be basically, obviously E dash is not start symbol, so dollar cannot come, may not come here. It may come also, but it depends. Anyway, so follow of E dash depends upon where E dash is present. E dash is present only in these two production rule. Production rule number 1 and production rule number 2. And in both cases, E dash is basically the rightmost character of the RHS. And when I taught you about finding the follow of some particular symbol, I told you that if that symbol is present as the rightmost character of the RHS, then follow of that particular symbol becomes follow of the LHS. That means follow of E dash should be equal to follow of E, as well as follow of E dash should be equal to follow of E dash. So this basically doesn't have any meaning, but follow of E dash equal to follow of E, that has a meaning. That means follow of E dash will be also closing brace and dollar. Similarly, now what is follow of T? Follow of T, let's see whether T encounter wherever or not. You see T has encountered in these two production rule again. Production rule number 1 and rule number 2. In rule number 1, T is followed by E dash. So that means whatever is following T is basically first of E dash. Right. And wherever following T is again first of E dash. So follow of T means first of E dash. And first of E dash means what? means plus and lambda. Now you see, if you recall the follow design of follow, I told you that follower can never contain lambda. You see, follow never contain lambda. That means what I can do, obviously plus will be there, but you see, if I put lambda on this e dash, it means that this e dash vanishes, as simple as that, because lambda doesn't have any physical existence in the original string, that we know. That means if I vanish this e dash part in both production rule, then t become the rightmost symbol of the RHS. So the same thing will happen, that in this particular production rule number 1, if e dash vanishes, then follow of t will become follow of e, and follow of e means closing brace and dollar. That means I will have a closing brace and a dollar because of this production rule number 1. Now in this second production rule, if I vanish e dash, then also t become the rightmost character of the RHS, and then follow of t according to this production rule should be equal to follow of e dash, and here follow of e dash actually same thing. So definitely I will not repeat the same character in the set again. That means follow of t is basically equal to only these three. Now what is follow of t dash? What t dash encounter? T dash encounter in these two production rule. In production rule number 3, t can be rewritten as a followed by t dash. Here t dash is the rightmost character. That means same thing. Follow of t dash means follow of t, and follow of t means we have already seen plus, closing brace and dollar. That means definitely blind, without any hesitation, I can write plus, closing brace and dollar. And other than these three, anything present, that I should check with this production rule, because here also t dash is the rightmost character in the RHS. That means t dash should be follow of t dash. So basically it is a recursive one. So basically nothing new I will find, and here it ends. And then I have to check follow of f. Follow of f means you see, wherever f encountered, I have to check it. F encountered in this particular production rule. You see, even in this production rule. That means here, according to this production rule, t can be written as f t dash. Follow of f is basically first of t dash, right? And first of t dash we know that is star and dollar. Star and lambda. But lambda I cannot write, but I can write star at least. And if I put lambda in case of t dash, then f become the last character. And if f become the last character of the RHS, that means follow of f become the follow of LHS, that is follow of t. That means follow of t means plus, closing brace, dollar. That means I can write plus, closing brace, dollar. Is there anything else left that I can write here? You see, the part of this production rule completed. I don't have anything to find out to follow of f. But in this particular production rule here also, t can be written as star f followed by t dash. Here also f is followed by t dash. That means follow of f is actually first of t dash, and first of t dash is again the same thing, that star and dollar. So if I star is already given, and if I put this star and lambda, star is already given. Even if I put lambda in this t dash, that means f become the last character. That means if follow of f become the follow of t dash, and follow of t dash contain plus, dollar and closing brace, that I have already included here. So nothing new to include. That means I can stop. So from this grammar I have now found that what is the first and follow of different symbols or non-terminals of this particular grammar. Now what we have to do, now we can start designing the LN1 part.